Yeah. So if you see here,
Mm.
so I have created a user called Arun. So again, here we have another difference. So in EBS, if you see, we have employee and we have created this as a user.
Mm.
Similarly, we have employee user and we have implementation user. So the implementation user is the one who will do setup and his job is done. But whereas the employee user, he
Mm.
will be doing the day-to-day transaction. So we, for example, let's say I'm an invoice user. So what I'll do is that I'll attach the payable specialist so that I'll create the invoice or the payments related to that. So similarly, we have the roles attached to each user.
So
And
this
if we want,
Arun user is having following roles: accounts payable manager,
yes,
specialist, receivable manager. This thing.
yes,
Okay.
correct.
So where do you add this role? What is the navigation?
Yeah. So in the same page, I'll just click edit. So
Mm.
here I have option to add role.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just click here, add role. And from here, I can take any role.
So these roles are predefined, or we do this role?
No, this is predefined. It is given by Oracle, seeded roles.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the high level difference between
Yeah.
EBS and
Yeah.
this one.
Got it. NetSuite is also having this only.
Sorry.
Oracle NetSuite is also having role
Okay.
based only.
Okay. 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 So we'll move on.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll move on.
Okay. So this is first thing that we'll be seeing different from EBS, and the another one is implementation. So implementation in the sense are we can say project. So we have something called setup and maintenance. So under this we will have
One
all
second.
the,
1 second.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. So under this we will have all the setup certificated. So if you see here, so this is kind of an what do you call the shortcut for us. So if I select financial, similarly I will see financial related configuration. So these are all the mandatory or the basic configuration that we need in order to do the transaction. Okay.
Okay. 1 second.
Yeah.
So if a business unit we are going to create, that we will create where?
So business unit, if you wanted to create, so basically we will go to the implementation. I'm not able to see this since I haven't been attached with any of the project. So to see all the list of activities, I need to first attach the user with the project. So I'll just
Okay.
take you through this implementation project first. So maybe after that I'll explain this thing.
Okay. Okay.
So the navigation to create the implementation project is from here, manage implementation project. And from here, I'll just click add. And from here, I'll just click give a name for this. Maybe I'll give an implementation and I'll just give the start date. So now I wanted to decide whether I will have the offering or the modules. In EBS, we call this as an modules, but here we have renamed it as offerings. So whatever the modules which we are saying, financials, we say offering, and under that we have AP, AR, and this thing. So this we call as in features. Okay.
Okay. So here project means the company we are going to implement that
Yes.
name information.
Yes. Correct.
So that means one person like you, your email ID can have multiple implementation.
Yes. Correct. I can have.
Okay. Don't it suit.
Yeah. And here, if you see, so I have this option. So I can enable the modules. So there are two ways of enabling the modules to me. So either I can directly give the access here, or maybe I can just click save and open project, and from there also I can add the project or the offerings.
Okay. So if I enable everything, will that be an issue? I can enable everything, no?
Yeah, that is based on the licensing policy. Since this is into the cloud, so Oracle will be able to track it. So we will have the licensing issues. So let's say I have taken only for the financial modules, but if I'm trying to configure
Hmm.
the supply chain, so there we will have some issues. So based on the
So,
licensing, we will enable it
so
here.
it will allow us to configure or it will prevent us to configure if license is not there.
Yeah, if license is not there also, it will allow us to configure,
But
but
they
we
will
have,
bill you.
yeah, there will be some complaints issues coming from Oracle.
Okay.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So we have created the implementation project. Okay. So this is the page where we will see the implementation task and the other details. So if you see, this is the project that we created, and this is assigned to a particular resource. So that is our own. Okay. So if you extend this particular folder, we will have the list of modules. So if you see, we selected only the financial modules. Let's say by mistake I didn't select the HCM module. So how to add this? So I'll just click here add. So from here, I can add either the complete offering or maybe I can add only the task that I needed. So maybe I'll not need the entire offering. So maybe I'll need only the legislative data set related setup. So I'll just give the name here, selecting the task, and I can add it from here.
Is there any place we can know how much licensing things we are having, licensed or not?
No, this we cannot see it from the application. So that will be with management or the
Accounts
client.
man.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, fine. So we will start with setup.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, I'll
So
also tell this.
implementation, we created a project, then basic information. Okay. Fine.
Yes, yes. We have created a project and we have what are the offerings to this for the configuration. And if you see here, we have the status. So that is not started. If we wanted to change the status, we will click edit status, and from here we can change the status.
Okay.
I can change it to in progress or completed, or maybe if the project is in hold or something, maybe I can highlight that. And I have something called assign task. So I can assign a particular task to the user. I mean, the consultant. For now, we didn't create the user. So maybe when we create it, we can assign to the user. Let's say I have four consultants for finance. Maybe one person will handle the AP, other person will handle AR. So similarly, I can attach it to the user.
Okay. So here itself we can attach user.
Yes, correct. So that we can track the progress of the particular consultant as well.
Oh, can you go back and tell where did we do this one? Yes.
Yeah. So I just selected this particular task and I have assigned task.
Assign just.
Yeah. From here I can assign the task.
Fine. Fine.
Yeah. We can also set the due date. If
Yeah.
we have the
Yeah.
yeah, fine. We'll start with our
Yes. Yes.
configuration. Yeah. Yeah. So in terms of GL, the first configuration would be to create the value set. So the navigation would be the define financial reporting structure.
Is it same like e-business suite, business unit, then legal entity, ledger,
Yeah.
operating unit, like that it is there?
Yeah, same thing. So there will be very few difference between EBS and Fusion. So wherever we have the difference, I will be highlighting here and there.
Okay.
So here, if you see, the value set will be moreover similar to our EBS environment. But whereas only the few validation has been taken out. So if you see in EBS, we have value set called special pair and the other things. But whereas here, if you see, we don't have those validations. So we have only independent, dependent, and we have table based and subsets. So these are the options that we have. So we will see while we are creating this. So if you see here, we have the independent, dependent, subset, table, and view objects. So view objects are moreover like in reporting aspects, like we will use it somewhere there in the reporting part. Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
So I'll create a simple segment.
This is company segment. Huh?
Yeah, I'm just giving it for the general ledger application. Yeah, so I'm selecting GL. So I'm
Yeah.
selecting the data type, whether I wanted to have number, date, or character. I go with character.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have subtype. So subtype could be text or numeric or maybe translated text. I select text and I give the maximum length as 6. Since this is our chart of account value, so we will not have more than 6
Hmm.
as a character. So I'm saving this. So similarly, let me create for the cost center and the natural account as well. Okay. So we created value set. So now let's go and create a structure with segments. So below the value set, we will have the structure. So here we have a few difference between EBS and Fusion. So if you see in EBS, so we have only the key flex field structure. We don't have something called the instance. So what is the difference between both is that it will look similar. Like what is the difference or what is the advantage of having instance is that in managed structure, maybe I can have the 10 segments. So under the 10 segments, I'll not be using all the 10 segments in the instance. I will use only the 5 segments so that I can utilize the same structure for the different structure instances. So basically, we will attach the instance to the ledger, but not the structure like our EBS. So this is one difference that we have it in Fusion.
Yeah, so if I am understanding correctly, you mean
Yeah,
to say you can have 10 segment in your startup account.
yeah,
If you are having four different companies, out of 10 segments, six segment can be used by one company,
yes,
five segment can be used by another company.
yes, correct.
Okay, okay, understood.
So I'll just create with the name HWCOA, and I'll just give the delimiter. So delimiter is just to segregate between these segments. So in our case, we have three segments. So it will segregate based on dot. So I have created the chart of account structure name. So now I'll create a few segments that we created as a value set. So I'll create for the company. So we have something called the API. So where will we use API is that, let's say we have a third party application. So if we wanted to maybe integrate with that, so if we are passing the values from here, so we can basically give this API name so that we are giving it here, and we can make use of interacting with the third party application. So that is the usage of API name. So I'm attaching the same value set. So this is company. So I'm attaching the primary segment, primary balancing. So if you see here, we will have second balancing and third balancing segment as well. But whereas for the company, we will use the primary balancing segment. So this is nothing but to balance between debit and credit. Yeah. So I'm saving this segment. So I'll create the second segment for cost center.
We created HW, no?
Yeah, sorry.
So here no percentage. We can type a sort of anything. We'll fetch.
Yes, yes. We don't need percentage here. Okay. So for account, I have selected natural account and I'm saving this. So we are done with our chart of account structure. So we created with the three segments. So now we can create the instance. So I'll give same name with saying COA IN next to. And I have used dynamic combination creation allowed so that I can use it there. And from here, I will select the structure name. R says HWCOA. I'm selecting the one which we created.
1 second.
So automatically it will display the segments that we created.
Okay.
So here by default it will be required would be disabled. So we should enable it, like what are the segments that we will be using.
So that is mandatory or non-mandatory?
This one, the enabling request.
Okay, that is mandatory.
Yeah, this is mandatory. So unless we have it here, so we'll not be able to use this instance as the chart of account. Yeah,
Yes.
so I should use request, I should use display and BA enabled, maybe I can enable it here or maybe I can disable also. So where this will be useful is like in terms of reporting. We have financial reporting, so where we can use this OTBA and the financial reports, we can use this. So let's say I don't want to have this segment called department. So what I can do is that I can leave this required as in this one and I can give as in constant. So if I give constant, I'll have default value. So system will defaultly, it will update this value. So this way we can have this one, what do you call, we can disable this required. So for now I'm selecting this as an required so that we can use it in asset module as well. But that is the option that we will leave it for disabling it, or if we wanted to have maybe 6 segments instead of taking all 10 segments. So I'm saving this. So the next step would be to compile this chart of account. So in Fusion they call deployment. So in ABS we call this as an compilation. So which means it will validate and it will give us if there are any issues or the errors or the warnings. So we can see the detailed error and the warning pages here.
So it is that we like unlike an EVs, we have to stay on this page.
Yeah, yes, correct. I mean, you are asking whether it is mandatory to stay in this page.
Yes, yes. Like EVs, what we do, we can come out of that page. We can sign out also. The concurrent will run. But here it's like that, or how it is?
No, like in EBS, we have something like compilation. So this is similar to our compilation. So compilation, if you see, it will not be a concurrent program. Instead, it will be a kind of an small pop-up kind of thing where we will need to stay there or we can close it. But until the compilation over, we need to stay on that particular page. Similarly, we are staying here. The other option we have is that maybe if this is taking too much of time, we can just copy our link and we can open it in the next tab and we can work on the other things.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, see, the requirement is successful. So I just click OK, and we can see here this is
Check mark
uh,
checked.
yeah, we could see the tick mark with green color. So which means this is success. So we have created our fuzzy, that is chart of accounts. So the next step would be to add a few values to the chart of accounts. So maybe I'll add the value for company. So here we have two things. So one is summary. So summary is nothing but it will inform the system that this is in parent value and allow posting, allow budgeting. So unless we select this, we'll not be able to account it. Maybe if we want to avoid budgeting, we can click no. So these are the options that we have here. So since this is a company segment, so options would be limited. So for our account, we will have other things as well, parameters. Yeah, let me create one account here for the account.
Hmm.
So I just create this as an ownership equity. And the third party control account and all are similar to EBS. The only thing added to what we don't have it in EBS is the financial category. So we can categorize our the accounts. So I'll just say this is in retained earnings. Yeah. So we have created a few accounts as well. So now let's try to create the calendar. So here again we have a few difference between EBS and Fusion. So in ABS, if you see, we cannot automate the calendar creation. So we will have to use the data loader and update the calendar, or maybe as a month and activity, we need to add it. But here it will be little different. It is kind of an automated, to a greater extent, but it is automated. So the options that we will have is frequency. So whether we wanted to have monthly, quarterly, weekly. So similarly, we can define the calendar. And how do we want to have our format? So there are list of formats that is available based on the international standard.
Hmm.
And we have the options to set up our adjustment period. So adjusting period is something that it is kind of a future and trouble period where I'll be able to enter any journals, but I'll not be able to post it. So how do we want to manage our those future and trouble period or the adjusting periods basically? So I'll say just once at the year end.
Hmm.
And if you see here, the first period would be January. So based on the selection, start date selection.
Hmm. Hmm. So this is one time we will define first calendar, then automatic next calendar will come into place.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have it here. So basically system will generate automatically.
Ah,
So when we save this, when we click next or open the next year, system will open for the next year. Yeah. We can add so that the next year will get populated. Yeah. 2021 also open. Yeah. So we created the calendar also. So the currency and accounting convention we are using as it is. So I'm not going to define it. So straight away, let me add the legal entity. So the navigation would be define legal entity for financial. So from here, manage legal entity. So since I'm creating this for the first time, I'll create,
So first what we created was structure we created, then legal entity we are creating.
yes, correct.
This legal entity address you can define somewhere. It is coming with license.
No, it is not with license. We have something called geographies. So using that, we,
Understood. Like location we create, we create legal address also.
yes, correct. This is similar to our EBS. We will create the location.
Fine.
Since I have created it already, I'm just using what I have created.
Understood.
Yeah. Yeah. So we define the legal entity. So we will create the ledger now. So the navigation would be define ledgers. So under that we have define accounting configuration. So under that we have manage primary ledgers. So I'll add a ledger called PL, and I'll just give the attach the chart of accounts that we created. So if you see here, we will see only the instance, but not the chart of accounts. So I have attached the chart of account, calendar, currency, and accounting convention as standard approval. Yeah. So the next step would be to assign the legal entity. So in this case, I have created one legal entity. So I'll attach the legal entity that we created. So it is HWLE. Yeah. So I have attached it. Let me save and close this. So the next step would be to specify the ledger options. Yeah. So based on the previous setup, there are some few values that has been populated. So apart from this, future interval period. So I'll just select the language, and we have retained earnings account. So retained earnings account is used where we have our year-end processing. So basically, the accounts are the P&L accounts will be transferred to retained earnings, and at the end of the period, after reversing the journal on the next period, basically the entries will be passed to the respective P&L. So this retained earnings account would be mandatory here. So I have just attached it. And maybe if we are dealing with the cross currency, that is foreign currency transaction, we can use the cumulative translation adjustment. So the translation process will be run under this one, exceptions. And we have period rate this thing, and we have average rate there. So where average will be used for our P&L account, average will be used for our P&L account, and the end of the period is for balance sheet account. So I'm attaching both as in corporate. So I'll just enable this to prevent closure of the submission period. And the others are like expense and the intercompany enablement and the other options.
Yeah, normal like EBS.
Yes, correct. I'll just save and close. So the next step would be to assign the BSC, balancing segment value. So I can assign either to a legal entity or the ledger. So
So
since
any
we
place
have,
we can do that.
sorry,
No, this balancing segment value any place you can assign.
yes, yes, correct,
Oh, that is there in EBS also it is there. You can assign at legal
yes,
entity or operating entity.
yes, correct. So that's what I was trying to say. So when we have multiple legal entities, we cannot attach it directly to the ledger. But whereas if we have, in our case, if we see, so we have only one legal entity and one ledger. So I'm attaching it directly to the ledger. Yeah, fine. Yeah. So the next setup would be review and submit our configuration. So here we have something called balance cubes. So what is balance cube? So basically, the general ledger module will stay as an accounting repository. So in order to maintain this or to have a better reporting aspect, so Oracle has brought in something called Essbase database. So what this Essbase database will do is that when we create a new ledger, basically this will create an queue. So whatever transaction we are creating against this particular ledger, so each accounting representation will be stored as an three-dimension cubical values. So that is why we have the Essbase database where the reporting will be easier in terms of taking the report in kind of an three dimension or the pivot basis. Okay. So I'll just submit this, and after submitting, we will see this cubes generated. So before this process gets this thing, so we will complete our data access. So basically, we gave the role to the user, that is general accountant. We saw that role we have assigned when we are seeing the user creation. So here, what I should do is that I should enable the ledger. So I have given the role called general accountant for the user account. I mean Arun. So I will take the general accountant here, and I will say context as in data access it, and I would say my ledger. So that is HW here.
So this is the ledger or this is what the security content.
No, this is ledger. Ledger in the sense data access set. So we don't attach ledger directly. Instead, we will attach the data access set. So data access set is nothing but for a ledger what I can access.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah. So I have attached it. So the next step would be to open the periods. So I'll open the first period. So as is HW. So let me change it to HW. And the first period is January 20. Okay. So we are done with our configuration part.
Yeah, so understood now. So this is what actually I was looking for.
Yeah.
Okay. Where
So
do you put the journal? This is all no configuration.
yeah, yes, we will
I
move to the configuration part next. So I just wanted to show you the cubes. So if you see this, this is our cube. So earlier we didn't see the balance cube, so now we could see the COA instance as a balance cube. Yeah, fine.
so always we have to put submit accounting.
Yeah, we should put submit accounting. So unless cube is not generated, so we will not be able to make the transaction. Because whatever the accounting entries that we are creating, so this will be stored in the SPSS database. So that is why we need to submit this. So unless we submit this, so we will not be able to generate the cubes. So or else we should generate the cubes manually. So here, if you see, since I have given more roles than only for the GL, so I'm able to see other modules as well, like the receivables, order management, payables, all the modules.
So these are the roles actually.
Yes, correct. Based on the roles, I'm able to see three options. So
Fine.
one is the dashboard, and the other one is journal, and opening the period. So I'll just try to
What do
open
you call this? Do you call it a portlet or what do you call it?
Infolet. I mean, you're asking about this one, right?
Yeah, the screen. Yeah, this three. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Infolet. We call Infolet.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. Let me change the data access set. So that is to HW.
Okay.
So let me open the periods.
Okay. Now I have fair idea. Now I can. I think this is fine. From here, I think this is okay. I can good to go.
Okay.
Fine then. Then tomorrow give some time. We will have table module.
Okay, fine. So we wanted to test the journals.
Yeah, I think this is what I am having idea. That will be only same screen. It will come on a web page. I think.
Yeah, 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 same thing. Yeah, it's just similar to this. So we will just create a I mean, manual three options. So, I mean, you wanted to see, we can see, or maybe we can close for the day.
No, that's okay. No, no need. I can understand because right side that create journal means we
Yes,
will create a new journal.
yes, correct.
Manage journal means we will review and post it.
Yes,
And
correct.
round auto post is as in EBS. So I think
Yeah,
this is correct. I
yeah.
understood this.
Okay,
Great. That's okay. I got fair idea now on GL.
okay,
So we will continue payables tomorrow.
okay, fine. So tomorrow, what time shall we sit?
You tell a time for you.
Okay, so we will sit exactly 9 o'clock.
For me, okay, no problem. You just tell a time, I'll be available. Otherwise, I am actually another class is there for me, so I
Okay,
am scheduling that one.
okay, fine. Let me speak with Suresh also once, and maybe I'll confirm the timing.
Done. Done.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah,
Thanks a lot, Arun. Please send me these recordings once.
yeah, sure, sure. Thanks, man.
Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, thanks.